Okay, let's give her a round of applause.
So, the average woman is required to have 2,000 calories a day. I was down to 500. And at this stage, my hair was falling out in chunks. I was always getting sick, dizzy, and my eyesight even got really bad. When I was 14, my eating disorder was my friend and identity. Perfection meant to overcome hunger, for the number on the scale to drop because the number equaled my self-worth. Life was constantly disturbed by the voices of my anorexia, who planted distorted images and beliefs into my head. These distortions led to a never-ending cycle of starving, puking, and exercising. I was in and out of hospitals for many years, and I was afraid to let go because it felt like without my eating disorder, my life would be out of control. I am 20 years old right now, and USANA came into my life when I was 14. My mom had heard from her sister that Dr. Oz was going to give some information about health, and when she went, she was extremely impressed with the quality of the products. She knew I needed them, so she got them for me. But at the time, I didn't want to get better, but I ended up taking them out of guilt and pressure. It didn't take long for me to notice changes. So the third day, I noticed I had this energy that just came out of nowhere, and I didn't know why. My hair stopped falling out in chunks, and I'd noticed some other things too, but that was just really crazy for me because every day it felt like I was dying, and then this one day it felt like I was alive. So that was a crazy experience. My mom continued to buy the products, and I ended up falling in love with them. My mom, when I started getting older, she became such a big inspiration to me because she's 50 years old. She runs half marathons, thanks to USANA. And so she's the healthiest one in the family too, most energized. And then a few years later, I went to my first convention with her, and I know she wanted me to go for a good reason. And when I went, I fell in love with the company's vision, the vision of Dr. Martin wants. And he's a world-class scientist, immunologist, very intelligent guy. He's the type of guy that will look under a microscope and get teary-eyed from looking at a healthy cell. So, so I may be young, but I believe you can tell a company's intentions by what they have built. The book called Start With Your Why by Simon Sinek, he states that a company with a strong why and vision will be carried on for generations after generations, even if the founder has died or is no longer present. So I met a lot of famous authors, entrepreneurs, and highly educated people in their fields, like the doctor from Sonneville that came. And at the time I looked at myself and I imagined myself being someone that can influence others with a powerful vision. But at the time I started my business and I still wasn't in a good place. I was transitioning. But I was hanging out with the wrong people and they weren't allowing me to grow. So I also learned from USANA that you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. And you want to be at the bottom 5 so they can drag you up. And this is the law of association. So I faced a lot of failures and challenges when I was transitioning. And another book that I read, Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker, he states that when we reframe failure as an opportunity for growth, we are more likely to experience growth. So I looked at my failures and I asked myself, what can I do to not have this happen again? So, helping others achieve health and building each other up as a team seemed way more appealing than going to school and then having my family in debt from how much universities charge nowadays. It's just ridiculous. And then working until I'm 70, 75, also crazy. I can't imagine what would happen if USANA didn't come into my life. It's actually really crazy to think about. I feel like I still wouldn't be in a good place because school and therapy wouldn't be able to transform me alone. I may have stuck my head in the books, but I would have still dealt with depression and eating problems, and I wouldn't have the self-development fire that I have inside me right now. So I grew up with a learning disability, and it always made me feel stupid, like I can never do something like this in a million years, especially speaking and having social skills. It's just crazy. But I really wanted these things. And the business and the strong vision of why USANA has started made me want these things, because I learned the importance of taking care of yourself while building trust and relationships around you. Not only that, but like contributing to their health. Sorry. So yeah, I feel like I have a bigger purpose now than most of the people around me that, you know, they just are finishing school and following the crowd of sheep. I feel like I'm a part of something that's bigger than myself. And after reading another book called Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, I learned something that you cannot learn in school, that I would never learn in school. And he places employee and self-employed on the left side, and then business and investor on the right side. And I learned that without USANA, I would be a self-employed and employee. As an artist, I would be trading projects, commissions for time and money. And I learned that no matter how talented you are, you can be a really good artist, you know, doctor, trainer, coach, whatever. You're the face of your business. You're gonna be trading your time for the money. If you stop, the business stops, the checks stop, right? So Robert talks about building a system and having that system work for you. So emergencies happen, right? Your mom has 3 months to live. All of a sudden, you wanna spend every day with her till the end. Or you wanna go on vacation and you don't even know where, you just wanna go and you don't wanna worry about it. Or something else happens. The system that you built is working for you. And that's something that's really valuable. So I want to take this seriously and use this as a vehicle to fulfill my dreams. Thank you. I want to introduce my mom, the one who started it.
Hi, my name is Lorena, and I'm the one who transferred to USANA. And so the first time I got introduced, my sister invited me to Ivy's house, and my sister told me that Dr. Oz was gonna be there. And I love Dr. Oz. I like to, you know, always watch his shows and learn from him. When I went there, I learned so much, and I was impressed about the company. So before that, I was trying myself to, I was depressed, and I was trying to go out and run and walk and do something so I can lower my stress. And I would see people running circles fast and all that, and I always think in myself, oh, I want to run like them. Oh, I want to be faster like them. And I was always like trying, and I never ran more than 3 miles. But then after I find out about the USANA, I start taking the vitamins, and little by little I start adding, and suddenly just one day I ran myself like 12 miles, and I was impressed, and I was like so emotional. I called R and I say, hey, I ran 12 miles for the first time, and you know, I was so excited. So I feel like the vitamins, you know, give me the energy to run, and now I run in half marathons. I run like 4 already, and I do obstacles too, and I enjoy it. I like it, and so that's what I want my daughter to be healthy and share the products and help other people around the world.
Thank you, mother and daughter. It's so